Welcome back to our channel for another installation day, and today in the shop we have this timeless beauty. The Ferrari 458 Italia is in for exhaust upgrades. So for this car, of course, we have to go with our best-selling IPE full exhaust system. And now, right before we begin the exhaust installation, let's start up the car, do a sound check and listen to how does the factory exhaust system sounds like on the 458 Italia. The 458 Italia, it has a naturally aspirated V8 engine, and this is the last of its era before Ferrari go to the downsized, turbocharged and the plug-in hybrid era. So this is basically the last generation of the Ferrari that actually sounds good with the factory exhaust system. But definitely the factory exhaust system, it is not loud enough, it is not sporty enough, and that's why the owner, he wants to upgrade with our IPE exhaust system in order to bring out the iconic high-pitched F1 tone on the Ferrari 458. Here we have removed the factory exhaust system out from the 458 Italia and put it side by side to compare with the IPE system that is going to the car later. So here we have the factory downpipes with these massive cats, the catalytic converters, which kills off a lot of sound, and also as you can see, it is very restrictive with the factory cats. I assume that these are around 600 or 700 cells. And to the rear, we have this very restrictive factory rear muffler. Even though the factory exhaust, it does have valves right over here, but then with the design of this rear muffler box, especially these very huge mufflers, it further reduced the sound on the 458, and that's why our client, he opted to go with this IPE system. So what we have for the IPE system is a set of catless downpipes. So these are basically a straight pipe without any resonators. There's no cats. So the client, he wants the loudest, the sharpest tone. He chose to go with the catless downpipes instead of the 200 cell catted downpipes. Then to the rear, we also have this IPE cat back. This is how the IPE muffler for the 458 Italia looks like. So the R&D team and the engineers at IPE, they completely redesigned the entire exhaust system for the 458, and here it is with the IPE system. Definitely it saves a lot of weight compared to the factory system, and also this IPE system, it frees up the sound on the 458 Italia. It gives the car the high-pitched F1 sound that it deserves. So for the IPE system, it does have valves control as well. So we have the valves right over here, and then we also have this very tiny muffler box, I would say, on the IPE system. So when the valves are closed, of course the exhaust gas flow, it will flow into this muffler box before it exits to the exhaust tips. And when the valves are fully open, so basically the exhaust gas flow, it will flow into the headers, then it goes through these catless downpipes and goes into these larger diameter pipes and exits directly from the exhaust tips. And of course, with the valves fully open, the 458 Italia, it will have a very high pitch F1 sound. Basically, it will sound like an F1 car on your road car Ferrari. And that's the reason why our IPE system is one of the best-selling systems for the 458 Italia and also the 458 Speciale. Well, for the exhaust tips option, our client, he actually wanted to go with a more OEM plus look. So he opted to go with the standard chrome silver tips, which it is also a triple layout, same as the original exhaust. But this IPE tips, it does have the IPE logo crafted on the exhaust tips. While for the factory tips, it is quite similar to how the IPE tips looks like. It has the same 3 exhaust tips layout, but then the tips diameter, this factory tips, it is slightly smaller compared to the IPE tips. So when we have the IPE tips fitted onto the rear bumper, it will give the car a more aggressive aggressive look from the rear because of the larger exhaust tips. And right over here, we have a bunch of these wires, the solenoids, the vacuum hoses, the clamps for the valve control, and also this IPE external remote. So you will have the on and off function. And with this IPE external remote, the owner, he can have full control over the valves function. It can be 100% open and it can be 100% closed all the time. And also we do have this OBD cooler to be installed on the car, because once we replace the exhaust system, especially when you have these catless downpipes, it will trigger a check engine light on the O2 readings, and that's why with this OBD killer, it can eliminate the check engine light so that the error code won't pop up on the dashboard. And that's all for the product explanation part. So now currently the mechanic is working on the car to get all the wirings done and also to install the exhaust system. And later, once we have this IPE exhaust installed on the car, of course we will start up the car, do a sound check, listen to how does this IPE exhaust system performs on the 458 Italia, how much changes that it makes on the car. Definitely this is going to be a day and night difference, because we all know that with the IPE system, it totally frees up all the sound on the V8 naturally aspirated engine. We have completed the installation of our IPE exhaust system on our client's 458 Italia, and this 458 Italia, it is basically a bone stock car, except that our client has replaced the factory wheels with this very beautiful Speciale wheels, and now the car also running our IPE full exhaust system. So let us know in the comment sections below, what do you think about the IPE exhaust system? How does it sound like on the 4.5 litre naturally aspirated V8 Ferrari 458 Italia? And this is definitely one of the best exhaust system out there for the 458. If you're driving a 458 Italia or the Speciale, this is the exhaust that you need to have on your car in order to free up the sound, in order to make your 458 Italia or your Speciale sounds like a proper Ferrari, and it screams like an F1 car. If you enjoy our content, like and share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting contents in the future.